Hello my friends, today I'm going to review the Smith & Wesson M&P 340 PD. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this revolver, and then I'm going to tell you the 5 things I like and the 5 things I hate about it, and then we're going to go shoot it. So let's get started. This is a pretty cool revolver. It's got a scandium frame, a titanium cylinder, and a stainless steel barrel. So a bunch of different kind of metals on it. So the Smith & Wesson M&P 340 PD is a .357 Magnum 38 special revolver. Because it's so small, it only holds 5 rounds. It's only 1.3 inches wide, 6.31 inches long, and 4.31 inches tall. It only weighs 11.8 ounces, so that's less than 12 ounces empty. This is the lightest .357 revolver I've ever held. I think it's probably the lightest .357 revolver in existence. So it's double action only, which means that you don't have a hammer that can get caught on anything. You got a synthetic grip, you got a high visibility tritium front sight, and you have a 10-pound trigger. So that's the gun. Let me tell you the 5 things I like and 5 things I hate. First of all, I like how small and compact and lightweight this is. This is very concealable. It's not going to drag on anything, no matter where you put it, whether it's a chest holster, ankle holster, waist holster. If you put it in your pocket, I know you're not supposed to, but no matter where you put it, it's going to feel light. And so I like that about this. Also, since it's so light, it's great for backpacking. You're barely going to feel the weight, so and that's important in backpacking. The second thing I like about this revolver is that it is a .357 Magnum. So this is good for bear defense. Honestly, I'd prefer my 500 Smith & Wesson, but .357 is a valid caliber for bear defense. And since it's so light, take it backpacking in bear country, and if you need to shoot a bear because he's going to kill you, this will work. Although I might want more than 5 rounds. The third thing I love about this pistol is it's extremely reliable. Since it's a revolver, you don't have any failures to feed, you don't have any issues like that. And since there's no hammer, there's no chance for anything to be stuck between the hammer and the firing pin. This pistol is pretty much going to work every time you pull the trigger, unless you got a bad cartridge. So extremely reliable, I love that. The third thing I like about this pistol is it's got a titanium cylinder. From a practical perspective, titanium gives you the strength of steel with the weight of aluminum, for the most part. Trolls out there are going to tell me, oh, this or that, but for the most part, that's the basic rule of titanium. Strong as steel, light as aluminum. I think it's pretty cool that I can say I got a titanium pistol. Yeah, it's not just titanium, but a major part of it is titanium. This is probably one of the most important parts, is the cylinder, because that's where the explosion occurs. And then obviously the bullet goes out the barrel, which is stainless steel. But this is pretty darn cool. Now the 5th thing I like about this pistol, sorry, spent a lot of time thinking about it, couldn't think of a 5th thing that I like about this pistol. I do love this pistol. If you guys think of a 5th one, go ahead and put it in the comments below. But now let's go ahead and move on to the 5 things I hate about this pistol. First thing I hate about this pistol is it's got a plastic grip. I hate plastic. Plastic sucks. This is an $1,100 gun. Guns that are worth more than $1,000 should not have a cheap plastic grip. That's my rule. But it does, so maybe I'll see if I can find another grip to put on it. The second thing I don't like about this is that it's got a long 10-pound trigger pull. So that kind of makes it hard to be super accurate, because the longer the trigger pull, the more opportunity it is for you to jerk the gun. And when you jerk the gun, you lose accuracy. The third thing I hate about this revolver is it only holds 5 rounds. That sucks. I like guns that hold more rounds. The more rounds it holds, the more I like it. The less rounds it holds, the less I like it. So, but I get it. You can't have such a thin profile cylinder if you're gonna have more rounds. You know, it's a trade-off. The 4th thing I hate, when you're shooting high power .357 rounds out of this, man, it hurts. The first one's not bad. Second, but each successive one becomes more and more painful. You know, for a pistol that you're going to use, you don't want a lot of pain in your hand when you're trying to defend your life. So yeah, I mean, pretty powerful. Granted, you can use a 38 special in this and it's going to be almost as deadly, and it's not going to hurt nearly as bad. I typically just want to use the most powerful rounds for the guns that I shoot, but whatever. I mean, you have options with this, okay? But it is very painful to shoot when you shoot high power .357 rounds. The 5th thing I hate about this pistol is accuracy. This is not very accurate. I know People are going to say, it's you, not the gun. The gun's accurate, you're not. When you have a short sight radius pistol, every movement is magnified more, and your little micro movements, you know, turn into inches downrange. So the longer the barrel, the easier it is to hold steady and minimize those micro movements so you can better place that round downrange. Now, other things I've heard people say, well, if you put it on a bench, then it's going to be accurate. Well, here's the thing, if I'm defending myself, it's not going to be on a bench. And when I look at accuracy, I don't look at, you know, putting it on a bench. I look at real world applications. If I get an adrenaline dump and things are going down and I need to be accurate, it's going to be really hard to be accurate with this revolver. You know, every little movement's going to be magnified downrange. That's 5 things I don't like about this pistol. You know, it's a great pistol. Would I ever use this as an everyday carry? Probably not. Would I ever use it backpacking? Absolutely. But I'm actually more likely to use like my 500 Smith & Wesson, because I go into grizzly territory a lot. Also, you know, just my 10mm, because that's good for bear and people. Not that I ever want to shoot a person, even in self-defense, but I will probably use it someday backpacking. I'm definitely not going to get rid of it because it is a very useful gun. You know, being this small, this light, this powerful. Those are the 5 things I like and 5 things I hate about the Smith & Wesson M&P 340 PD. Let's go shoot this bad boy now. I'd like to share with you a product that has literally worked miracles for me. I've been lifting quite a bit most of my life, and I always seem to hit this plateau of about 220 pounds on the bench press. And I ended up making a friend at the gym who's a doctor of Chinese medicine. You know, over the years, he came up with this formula for a pre-workout that literally blows you past all your plateaus. It's approved for the NFL. Navy SEALs operators use it. Check it out. I'm going to have the link in the description. You go there, use the code Cult of Arms, and you'll get 25% off this product. While taking this product, I've been able to blow through all of my plateaus, and I ended up getting a max bench of 455 pounds. I would never be able to do this without the world's greatest pre-workout. I'm not even a serious weightlifter. I'm just a casual weightlifter taking this pre-workout. And over the years, like I said, I've been able to blow past my plateaus and get phenomenal results. Like I said, 450 pound bench press. I can do 10 curls of 135 pounds, which blows me away. I didn't know that was even possible. If you lift weights at all, you need to try this product. It's gonna up your game significantly. Give it a shot, try it for a month, see how you do. It's cool being able to lift more than anybody else in the gym. If you're stuck in a plateau and you can't make any more gains, or if you just wanna increase the rate at which you make gains, give this pre-workout a try. Company's KlērPäth, the product is muscle. You'll get 25% off if you use the discount code Cult of Arms. All one word. I'll put it down in the description so you can see it there. Check it out, buy it. If you use it as directed, you're gonna fall in love. Okay, my friends, we're here at the range. We've got 5 metal targets set up. I'm using MagTech 38 special rounds. They're nothing special. Anyway, yeah, I am so super inaccurate with this. I'm gonna be shooting from close up, and I'll probably miss a bunch of targets. It only holds 5 rounds, so I will reload once and we'll see how many targets I can get with 10 rounds from 10 feet. So wish me luck. It took me 10 rounds, but I got all 5 targets. I mean, you gotta be up close and personal with this bad boy to be effective. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up a paper target now, and we'll see how accurate I am on that. Give me just a second, I'll be right back. So got the paper target set up so we can have a better idea of what my accuracy is from 10 feet away with this little pocket pistol. Again, we're shooting MagTech 38 Special. Let's see how we do. Actually, that's not that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from 10 feet away. I'm okay with that. Those were all 38 Specials. Now I'm going to shoot 357 from Remington. This powerful of ammo and such a little gun is going to be very, very painful. I know because I've done it before. We're going to try to hit all 5 targets. I'm not going to reload. If I don't hit all 5 with the 5 rounds in here, I'm done. We'll just have to call it good because, yeah, it hurts more than a 500 Smith & Wesson, trust me. Because, yeah, such a little gun, such a lightweight gun does not handle the power very well. It deposits all that energy right into my hand. It hurts, so we'll get started. We're gonna go ahead and shoot those from 10 feet away. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. But we got 4 of the 5. Found a great backpacking revolver that's got the power of a 357. I think this is perfect. I mean, you could get a bigger one, but then you're going to be hauling more weight. If weight matters, this is a great backpacking gun, hiking gun, and also backup pistol. Smith & Wesson did a really good job with this. I highly recommend it if it's the right pistol for you. So, love you guys, and thank you for coming today. Please watch the rest of my videos, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.